You're watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 7 of the 2021 SCAC Women's Outdoor Track and Field season. And today we're joined by the Women's Track Athlete of the Week, senior middle distance runner Jordan Juran of the Trinity University Tigers. And Jordan, congratulations and thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Jordan, you and the rest of your Tiger teammates now just a week or so out from the 2021 SCAC Track and Field Championships. This group is coming off a really solid set of performances at the University Incarnate Ward Invite this past weekend. Where's this group's confidence kind of overall as you start to focus in and get prepared for the SCAC Championships? What's impressed you most with sort of the overall team performance as the year has sort of unfolded?
Yeah, so I think we're really excited for the next few days, especially leading into conference. I really think this last meet was a good confidence boost for some of us, just getting a little bit more practice in. It was super hot out at UIW, so getting prepared to run mentally in the heat was really great, especially practice for what conference will look like. But yeah, just ready to get out there and ready to compete. I think a lot of us are feeling pretty good right now and are just kind of excited for that final push.
Individually, you were outstanding, Jordan, at the UIW meet this past weekend. You posted a PR in the 5,000 meters with a time of 18:25, the top mark in the SCAC to this point in the season, and enough to finish 4th in the event last weekend. Then you come back the very next day and post a season best in the 800, 2:27. Just take me through these two performances. How were you able to be so successful out there on the track for the Tigers, and what kind of confidence individually do performances like that give you heading in to the SCAC Championships?
Well, first off, thank you. So honestly, this weekend was a little bit of a blur. It's been a big confidence boost to get that 5K down and to come back and run a pretty great 800 for where I'm at right now. I'm not sure if you knew, I broke my elbow at the first meet of this season on the steeplechase. And so for the past few meets, it's been really just kind of getting in what I could, where I was at with the pain levels and dealing with a cast for a while. So we finally made it through the 6-week period. And so coming into this last meet was the first time it really felt good to run in a while. So just having that confidence coming out of it that, yeah, we ran some really speedy times, me and the team, and just having that confidence going to conference is a big relief in a sense, knowing that, yeah, the speed's still there, the endurance is still there, it'll come. So yeah, it was just a really big confidence boost. It was also really great to see some really great performances from my teammates. Special shout out to Elaine, who was with me for the 5K. She had a great meet. So just really great to see, everybody kind of come together and run pretty well given the conditions.
As I mentioned, Jordan, being a middle distance runner, you transition from the cross country season that we had this year, having great success at the SCAC Runner of the Year, individually taking home the SCAC title as well as the team championship as well. And now you head into this track season. We talked a little bit before we came on, but what at all do you have to change as far as a mindset when it goes from shifting from the cross country season to the track and field season? For me, the thing that stands out is just knowing every single split, every single mark in the track season, whereas opposed to cross country, it just feels a little bit more like racing and trying to beat the next, woman in front of you and worried about those points, and time isn't quite as essential. For you, what are the adjustments you make? What are the differences you see from shifting from cross country to track?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that I notice, kind of what you were saying, is that for track, there's no escaping the splits. You know where you're at every single point. Cross country, you can really just kind of go and enjoy the competition and enjoy the race feel. It's been cool to kind of try to find that mindset and transition it over to track, because it definitely is harder when you know exactly what's going on. But I think that's a really great skill to work on and to try to learn how to kind of still engage in that competition and kind of just go with the flow in a sense. But yeah, it's been really great to come off of that season. I'm so grateful that we were able to have a few cross-country meets just to wrap it up. But yeah, now the focus is on track and running really fast. So.
And finally, Jordan, to wrap things up, we've talked about the team's confidence, where this group is at as the season has unfolded. We've talked about your individual confidence and how this season has unfolded for you. Now, with that being said, and the SCAC Championships just a little over a week out, what needs to be done here over the course of this next 10 days or so to make sure that yourself, your teammates are ready to go and will be prepared as best as they possibly can when it comes to the SCAC championships?
Yeah, great question. I feel like I'm going to sound a little bit like my coach here, but taking care of all the little things, especially over these next few days, just eating right, sleeping, and all the rest that we can. Going to speak to the elephant in the room, staying away from people and just being able to not test positive with COVID and keep everybody in line for competition will be a big thing as well. But yeah, we're in the final stretch and we're ready to push through to the end. So I'm excited to see how it'll turn out.
A native of Littleton, Colorado, this week's SCAC women's track and field track athlete of the week for the 2021 season, senior middle distance runner Jordan Juran of the Trinity University Tigers. Jordan, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to move forward throughout your senior season.
Awesome. Thank you.